Hello guys, it's Greg and welcome to the Toffee Blues, your source for all things Everton. Now, the international break is finally behind us, which means we can start to get excited to see Everton in action again this weekend. That of course involves a bit of speculation about who we think will start against Bournemouth on Sunday. Marco Silva's press conference tells us that we're not going to see anyone returning to the squad. Lursel needs a couple more weeks to be fully fit, and they still don't have a date on Gabamin's return. On the flip side of that coin, we don't have any fresh knocks. No one picked up any injuries over the international break, which is good. And it means we have the exact same pool of players to choose from as we did against Wolves 2 weeks ago. In fact, that being said, I think we're going to start with the exact same squad we started with against Wolves just before the international break. I think the time for big surprises or massive changes is now behind us. And that being said, I don't think we need to make any. We're in a lucky position where we're starting to see things click in every sort of position in the pitch. I don't think we need any radical changes in personnel or in formation or structure. I think we just need to let things start to work as they are. That being said, we'll still go position by position and stop at anyone who's a bit controversial or have a little conversation about certain players and positions. So, starting in goal, I think we'll see Jordan Pickford keep his place. And I think we'll see the same back line. So Coleman at right back, Yerry Mina, Michael Keane, Lucas Digne. Because I think defensively we've been quite sound this season. I don't think that's a position we need to be changing at all. That said, obviously in the last two games against Lincoln and Wolves we have conceded a bit more. But I don't think that's a reflection on our back line. I think that's us sacrificing Morgan Schneiderlin in the midfield to create a more attacking-minded midfield, a more creative midfield, where Delph started to step in. And at the moment it's working because we're outscoring our opponents. If they score 2, we're scoring 3 or 4 against Lincoln, and that's working for us at the moment. So I think that's what we'll see in the midfield, segueing nicely. We'll see Delph and Gomez be that partnership again, but we do have to be careful because Bournemouth are a very good counter-attacking side. We've got to make sure we're not losing those battles in the midfield as they start to press forward quickly. We've got to make sure we're retaining possession, hitting them back quickly. And I think that will be done. That's just that sort of partnership they need to work out together, where one goes forward, the other stays back. That being said, Sigurdsson just in front of them, just behind the front line. I think that midfield three stays the exact same. And it's in this front three where we have a little bit more debate. I think Richarlison is quite obvious outright. He's got back into his goal-scoring stride. I think he looks very good at the moment, very confident. And Iwobi, for me personally, Iwobi always starts on the left at the moment. So don't think that's my hesitation about starting Iwobi. But a lot of people have an issue that Bernard was dropped at a time where he scored a goal. He scored our only goal at the point he was dropped. He probably looked like the player who should be dropped the least from that starting, that attacking lineup. So a lot of people might say, why not let Bernard have a go at staying back in the team? But personally, I think Iwobi has come in and made that position his, and not even made the position his, just played very confidently, and he's getting goals, so why take him out, personally. And then up front, there is a slight conversation as to whether Cenk Tosun has done enough on limited game time to fight his way back into the picture. Obviously, he came on against Lincoln late and assisted a goal with a very clever header back across the box. And he scored, if you didn't know, 2 goals against Moldova for Turkey a couple of nights ago on international duties. Now, I think Cenk Tosun has definitely done enough to be involved for this game. I think he should be our first choice off the bench. Even if Marco decides to bring on Tosun and Calvert-Lewin to really overload the other team if we're desperate for a goal, I think Cenk Tosun has proved that with limited minutes he can still be an effective striker. So he should sort of move up the pecking order for me above Calvert-Lewin. But obviously Keane starts for me. He's our best striker, and I think with Mepham and Cook, who aren't the most... I might be doing this a disservice, but they're not the most mobile players. Keane can really use his physicality and his pace to punish them and attack, and hopefully just open up his account for Everton. I know he scored for the under-21s, Italy under-21s the other day. Maybe that'll give him confidence to press on and score his first goal for Everton. You can only hope. Yeah, so for me, it's Keane starting up top. And overall, that is Pickford in goal, Coleman at right back, Mina and Keane as centre-backs with Luca Dean at left-back, Gomez and Delph and Sigurdsson as a midfield three with Richarlison, Keane and Iwobi starting up top. So let me know in the comments what you think, if Tosin's done enough to get his name back in the discussion. If you feel Bernard was dropped prematurely from the lineup, anything else you might want to discuss, just stick it in the comments and we'll talk about it. Cheers, guys.